Hi, I'm Emily Journey, and as the CEO of my company, I frequently have the opportunity to review the proposals that my employees will create for our clients, especially if they're a high dollar proposal. I'll want to review it because it's a set of promises that have my name at the bottom of the proposal signed off on it. So I'll often review proposals before they're sent out. And I enjoy that because it's also an opportunity for me to convey my values to my employees, and so that they can learn from me and align with our mission and values as a company, right? So, which originate with me. So, what I want to show you is I want to talk about two different types of proposals. So, I've got proposal one and proposal two. And I'm going to show you how these two proposals are different. And and so I want you to put yourself in the shoes of the prospect, the person who is evaluating a proposal and deciding which one to accept. That's a great way to kind of go about writing a proposal is kind of put yourself in the shoes of the person reviewing them. You want to assume that your prospect is asking for multiple proposals, and so that your proposal isn't the only one. And so they're going to get a lot of proposals that look like this first proposal. So this first proposal, I made notes on the back of it. So I'm going to read my notes. But this first proposal, it costs less than your proposal. It has a shorter timeline. So whoever wrote this proposal, they're saying, we're going to get this project done faster, right? It's also kind of perfect, right? There's no kind of baked into this proposal is this promise of a seamless experience, right? So there's going to be no problems. It's perfect, and there will not be any problems. And also baked into this is kind of a don't worry about a thing. We have everything covered. You're not going to have to be involved at all or very little, right? So, which can kind of like sound like, oh, good. Good, because I don't want to be involved. So let's say this is a website development proposal, right? So to design a website. So it's a high dollar, it's a high investment project that requires a proposal and a contract and a signature. So it needs to have all of these elements like price, timeline, deliverables, right? So that's proposal number one. Proposal number two, it's more expensive. It has a longer timeline. So it's taking longer to get the website done. And imperfection is baked into the language in this project. So you're not seeing words like this is going to be a seamless experience, and rather instead of talking about the experience being seamless, it has language about how problems will be handled when they come up, right? So there's an assumption that there will be bumps in the road, wrinkles, problems, and there's a discussion in this proposal of how they'll be handled, right? And there's also this collaborative nature in this proposal. So in this proposal, there's language about what the client is responsible for. So there is this collaborative nature to a website development project. It's not just all in our corner. There are some responsibilities that the client has too. So proposal number one, proposal number two. Which one do you think the client is going to accept, right? So there's a different type of client that will accept proposal number 1, and there's a certain type of client that will accept proposal number 2. So at my company, we write proposals that look like number 2, right? They're more expensive, they take longer, the client has responsibilities, and those are outlined in the proposal, more expensive. We do not write proposals like this first one. This first one that appears to be perfect, right? So, and I learned this, that that the type of client that we work with does not expect perfection. So what they want is honesty, and they want to know that when, not if, but when problems crop up, that there will be a way that those are going to be handled, and that you're going to handle them, right? You're not going to disappear from the face of the earth, right? So that there's a plan for the assumption is that there will be wrinkles, and when the wrinkles and bumps happen, that they're going to be handled in a specific fashion, in a professional way, right? This one denies the existence of problems. So this one, the type of client or customer that says yes to this proposal is a less sophisticated consumer. So they kind of take this at face value, and they like that it costs less and that they're going to get it done faster, and they don't really have experience with this process to really know better. And so they'll jump at proposal number 1. So proposal number 2 is actually the type of client that we work with. They are more sophisticated. They recognize that problems happen, and what matters more to them rather than perfection, right? They'd like the price to be lower. They'd like the timeline to be shorter, right? But what we're gonna do instead is tell them the truth, right? So we don't have to say yes to everything that our prospect asks for, right? What we're gonna do instead is be honest about the limitations that we have, right? The limitations on our bandwidth, the limitations on the process, like this process has to be collaborative. We can't do this. We can't do a website development project without our client being involved, right? That would be nice if we could, but it won't turn out very well. So a more sophisticated consumer is going to recognize proposal number 1 as fluff and not trust it, even though it seems perfect, right? So our clients don't want perfection. Our clients want honesty and character. So always lean in the direction of character and honesty, and don't try to be perfect, because it turns out you actually don't have to be perfect. Perfection is not the expectation that our clients have. What people want to feel good about is they want to know that you're going to be in their corner, that you have their back, that you're going to tell the truth, and that you also are going to have expectations of them, and that you are going to state those expectations clearly, right? So that there won't be any confusion about who's doing what. So proposal number 2 is the winner. And these are the types of proposals that we create. So, but why does anyone even write proposal number 1? So proposal number 1 is fear-based. So it's really common for new freelancers to be afraid that their proposal won't be accepted if it doesn't basically exude perfection, right? And so I've been doing this for going on since 2012. And I used to write these types of proposals, right? I've learned not to do that, the people that I work with are not expecting perfection from me. And if they are expecting perfection, they are not working with the right person because I'm not perfect. But what you can count on me to do is for my character to show up. You can count on me to be honest, to be your ally, to be fair to you, to communicate really well, and to have a plan for when problems happen and to put that plan in writing. So we never say that the website launch is going to be seamless, right? The website launch, post-launch, is a period of time where we're ironing out the wrinkles because there are always wrinkles, always bumps in the road after a website launch, pretty much 90% of the time. It's impossible for us to know in advance what those are going to be, but we can say with a lot of certainty that there will be, right? There's always some kind of bumps. And so we have language in our proposal that says post-launch, collaborative testing, collaborative meaning the client and us, collaborative testing and fixing of any errors that might be in place. Now, usually they're minor, but they're there and we're here for it. So that's proposal number 2. And I encourage you, if you're writing proposals, be the person that writes proposal number 2, because this is the kind of client that you want to work with. You don't want to work with the client who is going to choose proposal number 1 over your proposal. So when someone says no to your proposal and they say yes to someone else's proposal, that's okay. That's actually, whew, that was a close one. So, and often, this is not uncommon, sometimes people that go this route, they end up circling back to you and say, can we do your proposal? So that doesn't happen every time, but it's not uncommon. And this proposal has integrity. So, and so that is actually, your integrity is more important than being perfect, right? Because we're not perfect. So, okay, can't wait to hear your comments.